Good morning, everyone. The next topic is blood groups. In a human blood group, this RBC membrane have glycoprotein antigens on their external surfaces. That means, suppose this is RBC, okay? So this is RBC this is RBC cell membrane, okay? This is RBC cell membrane. They are having a glycoprotein antigens, okay? RBC cell membrane having a glycoprotein antigens on their external surface. So these glycogen, suppose this is a antigens, okay? So these are glycoproteins, okay, made up of a glycoprotein. So simply we can say antigens, okay? So these antigens are unique to the individual. Unique means this is not same for everyone. Unique, okay? It is unique means special, and it is recognized as a foreign substance if transfused into another individual. As I told, these glycoprotein antigens are unique to the individual. If it is transferred to the another individual, another person, so it will become a foreign particle, okay? So presence of this antigen on the cell membrane of RBC, that is very important to use to classify the blood group, okay? To classify the blood group. Understood? So first I will tell. So why I am telling in RBC? Because it is one of the important property of the RBC. The RBC cell membrane, okay? The RBC cell membrane is having a glycoprotein antigens, okay? Glycoprotein antigens. This antigen is unique to the individual. If it is transferred, means if your blood transfusion, if you are giving your blood to another person, that is unique. First only I told, if you transferred your blood to the another person, so that reaction will be taking place in the received, okay? Received person. So that is become a foreign substance. The presence or absence of these antigens are used to classify the blood group. So I will show the picture. You can see here. So as I told, the red blood cells, this is a red blood cells. So this red blood cells are having an antigen, okay? This is antigen. So this is antibody, okay? This is antibodies. So this antibody is going to bind with the antigen, okay? So based on the presence or absence of antigen, the blood groups are classified. I will tell what is antibody next, okay? If antigen, the same antigen and antibodies are present in the blood, so there is a reaction will taking place, okay? Reaction, antigen antibody reaction will taking place. The types of blood group, there are so many types are there. So in human, so most of the population are having a ABO system, okay? ABO system, MN system, rhesus system, that's the RH system, okay? So that first they are seen in the rhesus monkey, so hence the name rhesus or RH system. Understood? So very important types, ABO system and RH system, then MN system. So now another is there, the Bombay blood group is also can be seen. So, but when you are talking about the blood group, okay, so we should not use the antigen antibody. Okay, we should not use the antigen antibody. So, antigens are called agglutinogen. Okay, antigen are called agglutinogen. Then antibody are called agglutinin. Okay, antibody are called agglutinin. Clear? Antigens are called agglutinogen. Antibody are called agglutinin. Next, coming to the Karl Landsteiner, he was a father who discovered the ABO blood group. Okay, Karl Landsteiner is a scientist. Okay, he got a Nobel Prize of the discovery of the blood group. So based on this, there's a Landsteiner's law. Okay, he proposed one law called Landsteiner's law. Very, very important. Okay, so Landsteiner's law. So what is this? First point, if an agglutinogen, suppose this is RBC, okay, if agglutinogens are present, so I will show in red color, okay. This is agglutinogen. If agglutinogen is present in RBC of an individual, the corresponding agglutinin means what? Antibody. Okay, so agglutinin must be absent from the plasma. Understood? Both RBC and plasma are present in the blood. Clear? Both RBC and plasma are present in the blood. If agglutinogen is present in RBC cell membrane, so plasma is the fluid part, right? This is the plasma, but antibodies are absent. Okay, the corresponding means the same antibodies, same agglutinogen, same agglutinin are absent in the plasma. So if it is present, what will happen? So antigen antibody reaction will takes place. So both will combine. So agglutination will takes place. Okay. The second point, if the agglutinogen is absent in the individual, now the a particular, suppose this is your RBC. The cell membrane is agglutinogen is absent. So there is no particular agglutinogen is present. The corresponding agglutinin will be present in the plasma. Okay. So these are the antibodies or agglutinins are present. So the reaction will not take place. Here agglutinogen or antigen is not present in RBC. So the reaction will not take place. Clear? But this law will not show, apply to the RH system and MN system. So I will tell later. First we will see the ABO blood group. So ABO blood group. So based on the presence or absence of two antigens. So in our body, there is a type A and type B antigens or agglutinogens are present. Okay. So there are two antigens, type A and type B antigens are present on the RBC cell membrane. Understood? Next, The lack of these antigens, lack means absence, of both type A and type B antigen is called type O. Understood? So in the ABO blood group, antigens are type A and type B antigens. If both antigens are absent in RBC cell membrane, then it will be type O. Clear? In type A, so as I told, type A is like A and B antigen, A and B antibodies are also present. Understood? So A, B antigens, same like A and B antibodies are present. Okay, so if antigen A is present, in that case antibody A is not present. Okay, if the individual is having antigen A, then antibody A is absent. If it is present, the reaction will take place, A and A. But in that individual, antibody B is present. So both will not fight. Next, if the individual is having B antigen, okay, so B antigen, antibody B is absent. Okay, so in this individual, antibody A is present. Okay, clear? That is type A, means A group, A blood group. A blood group person is having B anti B antibodies. Okay, anti B antibodies. A antigen, B antibodies. In type B individual, B antigen, okay, B antigens, and opposite B A, okay, anti A antibodies are present. In suppose if the person, this is antigens, okay, so both are present, this is antibodies. Okay, if type A individual, in type AB individual, they are having both A and B antigens, there is no antibodies, both A and B antibodies are absent. Okay, in type O individuals, in type O individual means O blood group, O blood group, A and B antigens, this is A and B antibodies. Okay, so what here the individual having no antigens only, antigens both A and B are not present in the blood, so both anti A and anti B antibodies are present. You can see the picture here. In type A individual, this is RBC cell membrane, so antigen A is present, but antibody B is present here. Okay, in type B, antigen B is present, antibody A is present. In both type A, B, both antigens are present, there is no antibodies. Okay, so antibodies are not present. In type O, there is no antigen A, antigen B on the RBC cell membrane, so both A and B antibodies are present. So this blood group we call it as A blood group, this is B blood group, This is AB, this is O blood group. So next, coming to the inheritance of blood group. So inheritance means, so you will get your blood group from your parents. Okay, so how it will come, we'll see. So if your mother is A blood group and father is B blood group, okay, B blood group, now the genotype is having AO. A is a dominant, O is a recessive gene. Okay, so here B is a dominant and O is recessive. So now that is a gametes. In children, either there are 4 possibilities is there: AB, okay, AB blood group, or AO blood group, okay, AO blood group, or OB blood group, or OO blood group. So that means in AB the phenotype, the child may be AB blood group possibility. In AO means O is recessive, so it is A blood group. OB, here O is recessive, so B blood group. In O there is a O blood group. Okay. Next, coming to determination of blood groups, how to it is a practical type. Okay. So here we have to take 2 glass slides, a simple technique. So you have to take the 2 glass slide. So then we have to put the blood, that is A, B, this is one more is there, D, I will tell in the next class, D. So this is the antibodies we are adding. So we have to put the blood, the 3 spot we have to make. Okay, so one is for A, B and D. So now we are adding the commercially available antibodies. Okay, so first you have to put the blood, to whom you have to find out the blood group. Next, 3 spot means 3 place you have to add the blood. Then for the first one you are adding a commercially available. So commercially available anti-sera A, anti-sera B for the second one, and anti-sera D. Okay, so now if the person is B blood group, so he is having a antigen B. So when you are adding antibody B, the reaction will takes place. So that is called, that reaction called agglutination. So hence you can tell the person is having a he is having B positive blood group. So in the practical class you will come to know. Okay. So next comes the cross matching. So cross matching, usually when you transfer a blood to the another individual, so they will check. There are two types of matching they will see. One is a major cross matching and minor cross matching. Okay, so major cross matching and minor cross matching. In a major cross matching, here donor's cell suspension means they will take the blood of the donor, they will separate the cells and the plasma. Okay, they will separate the cells, means the centrifugation they will do, they will separate the cells and plasma will be separated. Now only the donor cells is matched with the recipient plasma. Okay, donors cells and recipient plasma they will match and see whether any agglutination is taking place or not. In a minor cross matching, donors plasma, okay, so donors plasma with recipient's cell suspension. So that is minor cross matching.